Hello, Jack Rose here, and today I'm going to talk about Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. And holy shit, alright? You know, before my least favorite film of all time was It's a Wonderful Life, well, I owe It's a Wonderful Life a huge apology because Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is now my least favorite film of all time. Seri- Seriously, you know why I hate this film? I'll tell you why I hate this film. It is the only movie that I've ever watched that made me bored, angry, and sick all at once. If Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is considered the best Star Trek movie, then I hate to see what the worst films in the Star Trek series are. Maybe they're better than this. But seriously, this movie is so goddamn boring. Nothing happens. Seriously. You know, I can't believe there's a war going on, a nerd war, between Star Wars and Star Trek. At least in the J.J. Abrams universe, I can see it. But but at least in Star Wars, there was action going on. It's really hard for me to put this into words on the camera now. And seriously, it's so goddamn slow. The movie is so slow. Nothing happens. There's like maybe three space battles, two and a half because that third one is like a simulation. It's just so infuriating how boring it is. And I actually got sick watching it, but I forced myself to go through with this because I thought maybe it'll get better. It doesn't. I really fucking hate this movie, okay? Khan, yeah, he's kind of over the top and hamming it up, but he's not doing it in the fun way. In fact, no one is having fun in this movie. They're all taking it way too seriously. At first I was like joking with it, with William Shatner Priceline.com jokes, but as it went on, I couldn't joke. I couldn't make any jokes. I was too raged. Seriously, nothing happens. You thought Star Wars: The Phantom Menace was bad because of all its sitting and talking? At least shit happened in that movie. All right, this is a bunch of sitting and talking, and I, you know, I'm not really faulting the actors here because I mean, the acting is fine. Seriously, it's fine all around. But it's the script gives them nothing to work with, and while they're fine, they're taking this way too seriously. Everyone in this movie is taking everything that they have way too seriously. There's a bunch of sitting and talking. Everyone has this monotone voice. Like, hey, character development, character development, character development. This movie is all character development. And, that would be fine. But, you see, look at this cover. You see the explosions, the greatest Star Trek there will ever be. I call serious bullshit on that. Also, the Wrath of Khan. There isn't that much wrath going on. There's really not much to talk about. It's boring, slow. The space battles are a joke. I know the original. I know that Star Trek is now like Star Wars, and that Star Wars is about space battles primarily. That's the reason. And Star Trek is more like exploration stuff. But you know what? Seriously. they could have made the space battles better. I'm sure this movie was made by. I'm pretty sure this movie had a larger budget. And when I say It's a Wonderful Life is why I hate It's a Wonderful Life, I can forgive all the stuff that I hate about It's a Wonderful Life because it was made in like the 40s, after World War II. We were kind of in the mood for stuff like It's a Wonderful Life. But this movie was made in the 80s. And Star. It was made. When was this made? Like 1982. Return of the Jedi would come out the following year, and and Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back already came before it. So there's no excuse that this movie barely has any action in it. And the special effect, and like, how are the space battles? I don't know. They're primarily in a room with people just talking. Like, at least in Star Wars, at least in Star Wars, the actors had fun with it. They were having fun. They had charisma. There's none of that in this movie, okay? And this in the space battles, the ending space battle is so anticlimactic. You know how it is? Just imagine the shark from Jaws 3. You know that scene with, you know, that scene from Jaws 3? Imagine that, but instead of a shark, it's two sharks, and there are a bunch of model spaceships. That's what it's like. It's like, zap. How do I I've actually watched the original series before, and it's okay. I only have two Star Trek movies: The Wrath of Khan and the fourth one. I haven't seen it yet, but this movie can fuck off, seriously. Nothing happens. They literally, there's actually a scene, a full-on scene, where William Shatner's character, Kirk, does a inspection on does a cruise ship inspection. An inspection. And also another problem is that the soundtrack. What soundtrack? Whenever there's a soundtrack, it's like really this boring monotone thing. This isn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's but it is. It's not fun. There's no charisma. There's nothing redeemable about it. Seriously. This movie is so horrible. And like the parts that you always see, the con. You know, the stuff that happens between and after that. All the good parts, like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and I shall and always will be your friend. Yeah, that I couldn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care about Spock dying. And it's not because I'm not really a Star Trek fan to begin with, okay? But I shouldn't have to be. I shouldn't have to be a full-on Star Trek fan to enjoy this. Seriously. The greatest Star Trek movie there will ever be. Harry Noel's Ain't It Cool News? Yeah, what drugs were you taking, man? I'm sorry, I mean, if you like this movie, fine. I hate it. It's my least favorite film of all time. It strained me. There's really nothing more to say about this. Besides, fuck this movie. Star Wars all the way. Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Come at me, fanboys. Come at me. Alright, so that's it with my ranting. I know I should have shown more more energy and caring, but no one in the Wrath of Khan did any of that. So I guess that goes along perfectly. So, like, subscribe, unlike, comment if you want to. I'm Jack Rose, and also, um, I wonder what my next review will be. So, that's it. I'm Jack Rose. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to, and have a good day.